We have a new Karate Kid film, so today I thought it was time for me to stop and talk about Karate Kid Legends. Please know that everything that I will say in this video is just my very own opinion. My name is SW Nation, and you are free to comment down below your very own opinion on Karate Kid Legends. As you can tell from the title, yeah, this is going to be more of a rant than an actual review. Please don't forget to check out that Twitter and that TikTok link. Those are in the description. And with that being said, let's get right into our rant. Okay, so this is going to be a little bit more freeform than the other videos that people may have seen. I've done this for Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. I've done it for Garfield. Just different things like that. So this is one of those films that I watch and I can't put into a good, bad, or mixed category. It was in my top 10 most anticipated films of the year list. But man, I should have been more wise. I should have been wiser. Because why did I think in Sony's current form, after they have disappointed me time and time again, except for Bad Boys Ride or Die, they have disappointed me in films. Why did I think in their current form they'd be able to deliver a Karate Kid film that's more than quote-unquote fun, that's more than quote-unquote enjoyable? Karate Kid in the 80s, the first one in particular, had an emotional ground work to it. Karate Kid 2010, the one that I grew up on, the one that many, of my age group grew up on, that had a lot of emotion in it as well, a lot of emotional moments. I walked out of this film saying, where the hell was the heart? Number one, where the hell was the art in it? But where the hell was the heart? Where was it? First off, I just want to say, for the first 20 to 30 minutes, I enjoyed myself. I was having a blast. I was engaged. The idea that we take an Asian kid to New York, where Daniel is originally from, so that kind of gave me an avenue, like, okay, well, maybe that's why Daniel is in this movie. They're going back to New York. That's where he came from to go to California, right? Okay, I'm going to get into that. And I think that New York worked as a backdrop as well. And I think that the kid just is able to pull off this physicality of martial art. And for that, I give the film points. The action was pretty entertaining and you actually feel the hits in the theater. I thought certain scenes kind of worked. They were just put inside of the wrong place. Now, with that being said, let's talk about why I don't like this film. Let's talk about why this film sucks. First things first, the editing is atrocious. It's some of the worst editing I've seen in a long while. I think this film is one of the most frustratingly backfires of all time coming from Sony, and even just coming out of movies in general. This is insane. I'm watching this movie and the editing is like, I'm gonna just give you guys a breakdown. So the kid actually knows martial arts, and he has martial arts experience, and in particular Kung Fu, because he is the great-grandson of Mr. Han from the 2010 Jaden Smith Karate Kid movie. Okay, that's great. You guys are tying it all together. You guys are creating a connection that works. Not only that, like I said before, he's moving to New York. Where is Daniel from? New York. Okay, it makes sense. I have never seen Cobra Kai, so I don't know if Cobra Kai takes place in New York or California. I now know it takes place in California. They show his combat experience, and then they show him getting beat by the bully who knows karate, and this kid knows Kung Fu. Okay, perfectly fine. All right, cool. You want to show that he doesn't know everything, right? He's not as experienced and all that. You then have a scene after that where there's just a bunch of thugs in an alleyway. This is not a spoiler. There's just a bunch of thugs in an alleyway, and this kid beats the shit out of them. But the kid's combat is so quick and so agile that it's like, wait a minute, you lost to a high schooler, but you can beat these grown men who are thugs, who have knives and bats and guns, but this kid in the cafeteria, you can't beat him? What are we doing? And it sucks because you go from one scene to the next. We didn't see him agreeing to train his love interest's dad for a boxing match. Now, mind you, in between all of these scenes, there are flashbacks that are supposed to be the emotional anchor, that's supposed to be the drama, that's supposed to be the reason why he fights or why he doesn't fight. There are flashbacks. Okay, great. That's going to be used later in the film. Cool. Oh, wait a minute. 5 minutes later, at the cafeteria fight scene, Yeah, the callback to the flashback happens then, 5 minutes after the flashback was introduced. I'm like, what are we doing here? This is such atrocious editing. And I'm not an editor. I don't know. Look, maybe if I would have read the script and maybe if I would have shot the film, maybe I would have edited it differently. Who knows? Maybe I wouldn't have done a better job than what was portrayed or what was put in theaters. Maybe. I don't know. All I do know is that I spot it. I see it. This stuff is terrible. This is also one of the biggest cases of bait and switch ever. So for the first hour of this hour and 45-minute movie, Jackie Chan and Ralph Macchio are not huge players. Do not go into this movie expecting these two Karate Kid legends to be training this kid in their respective arts, as in Daniel in karate and Jackie Chan's Mr. Han in Kung Fu. Do not expect those two characters to come in here and train him for majority of the film to get ready for a tournament at the end of the movie. They come in at the last 20 to 30 minutes. The last 20 to 30 minutes, guys. And they're all over the posters. They're all over the marketing. Everything that you see inside of the marketing is the last 30 minutes of the film. The movie is about the kid training a grown man Kung Fu to win a boxing match. This is one of the most weird scripts ever for a film that has a really great idea. Bring back Mr. Han, who's the great grandfather of our Karate Kid, who's an Asian kid, finally an Asian Karate Kid, in the backdrop of New York City. Where's Daniel from? New York City. Oh my God. Wow. We're solving it, and we're bridging the two universes together. We're bridging the two movies together to make this one cohesive franchise. Wow, the title's great. I mean, you're getting an actual martial artist to play the Karate Kid. That's cool. But I'm watching a Karate Kid movie that has all of the elements to be a great legacy sequel, and it's about a boxing match. And then in the last 20 to 30 minutes, we shoehorn in Mr. Han and Daniel so the kid can compete in the tournament. And when I walked out of this movie, I thought to myself, that was the messiest, most weirdly paced, terribly edited films I've seen in a long time. It's not an abomination. It's watchable. Quote unquote fun, if you may add. But come on. There are also some dynamic ways that they visualize the hits within the action, but the rest of the movie brings the entire ship down with it. Jackie Chan is fun. Seeing Ralph Macchio is pretty cool, man. But I just wish that these characters had a little bit more time to develop. This movie's an hour and 45 minutes. That's not enough time to do the ideas that they wanted to tackle in this. I feel like if this was a 2 hour and 10 to 20 minute movie like the 2010 version, it could have sung. Maybe take out the plot about the boxing. Maybe give Han and Daniel an actual reason to be there. Maybe make a Karate Kid movie that has the heart, that has the drama, that has the emotions, but also has the cool action that this film clearly wanted to showcase. When I was 5, these movies were so influential to me. I wanted to learn karate. I wanted to learn kung fu. I thought I was the Karate Kid. It's the reason why I love martial arts to this day. It's the reason why I love action movies to this day. Ninjago is my favorite TV show of all time. Power Rangers Samurai is my favorite Power Rangers. I love Ninja Turtles. Like, these are things that I grew up watching, and to see Mr. Han and Daniel back is pretty cool. I was 5. Watching these movies, they were so influential to me. But I don't know what 5-year-old is watching this movie and saying that they want to do karate. I'm gonna give Karate Kid Legends a C-, a 5.5 out of 10, and I'm gonna say skip it. It's so weird. Like, yeah, at times it's fun. It's a watchable movie. Everything's in focus. The backdrop of New York looks pretty great. That final fight is pretty great. And the last 20 to 30 minutes is exactly what I wanted. So again, it's very watchable. But what are we doing for majority of the film? We're following this Karate Kid training a grown man to fight in a boxing match. Alright guys, that is it for the rant. I know it sounded like I was a little bit more frustrated than usual, or it sounded like I was a little bit more harsh on this film than I am on other films that are definitely worse than this one. But I gotta say, like, think about it, guys. I mean, this is my life. Like, this is my childhood. Comment down below, guys, what you guys thought of Karate Kid Legends. Like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to check out that Twitter and TikTok link. Those are in the description. And I'll see you all next time. Peace.